at the power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 4, Josh McRoberts.
It's the Chicago Bulls and the Miami Heat. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. And the Bulls start out with the ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Chicago right now, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3. Rose, good.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
And you look at the Bulls, a bit of a different look for them. Trading away Dang. They amnesty Carlos Boozer. It seems they're shuffling the deck.
No question about it. They bring in the Spanish League MVP and Nikola Mirotic. They've had some good draft choices as well, so a lot of new bodies for the Bulls.
Here's Butler, following the basket by Chris Bosh. 6 to shoot. Rose attacking. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
For the Bulls, you have to remember that Derrick Rose is still in his mid-20s, so with his injuries pushing back their timetable slightly and a new luxury tax structure that's more punitive than ever, the Bulls opted to go a little younger and control their costs.
And he knocks down the first one.
And guys, you know it, the Bulls are a financially conservative team. I mean, probably the most reluctant among big market teams to pay the luxury tax. So they're trying to win and turn a profit. And until they're in legitimate position to win a title, you can't fault them for that. In one phrase, it's called managing the business.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, what was supposed to be the triumphant return for Derrick Rose a year ago quickly turned into another nightmare season. Finally returning from that torn ACL in the 2012 playoffs, he managed only 10 games before tearing the meniscus in his other knee. Just devastating. We obviously hope that Rose can come back and put in a full season.
On defense, the Heat. The next on the 9-footer. Rose has got 6.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Well, you take a look at Rose, who was extremely patient and trying to get back to being on the court, and then he fell victim to another devastating knee injury. A terrific blow for him personally and certainly for the team and the city. But fortunately, the surgery did manage to keep all of his meniscus, which provides a better prognosis as we move forward.
Now here's Rose. After Dwayne Wade's miss, Noah with a screen for Rose. Outside for Gasol. And it's Rose penetrating. Dishes to Dunleavy. Rose against Chalmers. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Steve, now for Derrick Rose. How will his game adapt to having surgery now on both knees?
Well, he might not be quite as explosive, and maybe that's a good thing if his breakneck style was too much for his joints. But, you know, the mental side of it, that's what I look at. I mean, after missing basically 2 whole seasons, how is he going to bounce back?
The first free throw is good.
Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot for any point guard. He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. You didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
And both free throws good for Rose. And Rose working to develop his floater with, Steve, his left hand as well.
Well, you don't see many players who can make a floater with either hand. I mean, something like that with his quickness, that would be impossible to defend.
Now here's Wade. Out to the right wing. Chalmers with a screen on Butler. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
Norris Cole, he's checked in for Mario Chalmers. Chicago leading by 6. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I caught up with Coach Tom Thibodeau. One player he said they can't overlook is Chris Bosh. He said Bosh is the perfect complementary scorer. He can hit the spot-up J and also really crash the offensive boards. We simply can't get so caught up elsewhere that we allow him to have a big night. And Kevin at 6'11", Bosh really an anchor in that front court. When he plays well, they're tough to beat.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Cole. Following the score by Derrick Rose. Bosh a screen on Rose. And it's Wade in the corner, trying to get back on track, and the basket good. Wade's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Dang. Cole the pass to Wade. The feed to McRoberts. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Kicks to Gasol. There's the pick. Pass to Rose. Lays it up and banks it in. Rose has got 12 points in the game.
Such a great start for him. 4 for 4 already. He could be on his way to a big game.
It certainly looks that way, Steve. His energy level has been terrific right from the opening tip.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Right side Rose. He kicks to Dunleavy. Butler dishes to Noah. It's Chicago with another bucket.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
Here's Cole. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now the pass to Wade. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Rose. You can list off a lot of accolades for Dwayne Wade. But one thing that might get overlooked is just how good he is at throwing the alley-oop pass.
Absolutely. It shouldn't be a surprise since he's so skilled at so many other facets of the game, but he might go down as one of the better alley-oop throwers of all time. Andre Miller's in that category, too.
Yes, 2 very, very good examples.
With Wade, you look at a lot of the year-end highlights for any season in the past few years, and a lot of them are just him throwing down those majestic-looking alley-oops.
He hits the second from the line.
And one final thing about Wade's alley-oop passes. He can throw them accurately from almost anywhere. I recall one he threw from almost almost the foul line at the other
You're
end
right.
to LeBron
You're right.
James in a game against the Pacers. As soon as he gets it even near his own half-court line, he's a threat to catch somebody sleeping.
Just 5 to shoot. A baseline J. Cannot hit. And it's Miami the other way. And Cole kicks to Wade. Pass to Cole. Bosh a screen on Rose. Cole the pass to Wade. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Wade's got 6 points.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Now here's Butler. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Pulls it from the elbow. Rose. Good.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
The Heat trail by 3. Here's the screen. Wade dishes to Cole. Bosh kicks to McRoberts. Cole the pass to Wade. And that one's good. 8 points for him. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers. Give a round of applause, fans. Your Heat Dancers.
The Bulls have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Rose kicks to Gasol. Outside Rose. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Rose has got 16 points.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
There's the pick. Dang attacking. Out to Wade for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Outside Rose. Noah with a screen for Rose to the right side. Here's Noah, and it's blocked by Bosh. The Heat trail by 3. Cole dishes to Wade. Bosh, a screen on Butler. Here's Cole. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game. Rose passes to Butler. Rose with the ball. Wade picks him up. Butler kicks to Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Outside Butler. The rebound by McRoberts.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
Now here's Bosh. Fires from the line. Again, the Heat good for 2.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Chicago trailing here. Chicago calls timeout. And now with the Big Three era coming to an end, Miami not perhaps one of the more hated teams around the NBA, but Clark, they are still at the forefront of the league scene in the East.
And while they might have lost a bunch of the bandwagon fans, by no means is this team finished with being a title threat. There's just too much talent on this roster, and for the first time in a long time, they might enjoy being viewed as underdogs.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosh. Granger comes in for Josh McRoberts, and it's Napier in for Norris Cole. Now, here is Mirotic. Butler kicks to McDermott. Can't get it to go. And Miami the other way now. Napier passes to Anderson. Here's Napier. Back to Anderson. Puts up the baby hook. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Bulls have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Heinrich a screen on Deng. McDermott with the screen for Butler. And stolen by Napier. And he finishes the break with a lay-in. And the Heat lead by 3.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Now here's Heinrich. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot to stop the drought. Can't get it to go. And Miami the other way now. And it's Wade penetrating. Floats one. It's hauled in by the Bulls. McDermott kicks to Heinrich. Mirotic sets the screen for Heinrich. Gibson down low. He's covered by Dang, and there's the 3-second violation. And the Bulls making a change here. Snell's checked in. Miami leading by 3. 1:32 left to play here in the first. Wade drives in, plays it up, and banks it in. Wade's got 10 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Mirotic sets the screen for Heinrich. Off the screen. Almost, but it rolls out.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Wade outside. Here's Dang. They get it again. Past to Napier. The drive by Granger. Here's Napier. Back to Wade. Here's Dang. The putback.
Well, he defended the shot, got back in the play, and grabbed the board. Nice play.
Mirotic sets the screen for Heinrich to the inside. He dishes it to Gibson. He feeds it to McDermott. Clock at 6. Inside, Mirotic makes it off the glass. Mirotic has got his first basket.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Tries again, and Gibson with the block. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Heat lead by 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
And you get a chance early on to see their depth. They got a nice effort from their bench players early in this game.
Yes, Steve, I tell you what, their subs have really packed the punch for them so far.
Taking a look at the Bulls. We got Doug McDermott. Taj Gibson is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Heinrich in at the point. Here's Napier. Granger passes to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. That's blocked. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Pau Gasol made a big move this summer to join the Chicago Bulls. He was courted by a number of teams, but went with his instinct. He sees the Bulls as a team that can compete for a title, saying without a doubt it is one of the championship favorites in the East alongside Cleveland. We'll see how far they go, guys.
We will indeed. Thank you, Doris. 14 feet away, buries the jump shot. Napier's got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. And the result has been a couple of championship rings.
And Chicago has possession after the Heat pick up 2. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And Chalmers kicks to Napier. Unloads from 9, and there's another one for the Heat.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago.
And they force the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Feeds it to Chalmers. Here's Napier. He's got 8. The dish to Anderson. Pass to Napier from the arc. And there's the rejection. Heinrich kicks to McDermott. Dishes it to Gibson. Here's Snell. Granger covering. Haslam against Gibson. The feed to Snell. Heinrich a screen on Granger. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Snell.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Napier. The rebound by Gibson. Kicks to McDermott. There's the pass to Snell. Rebounded by Chalmers.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Granger, and he uses the glass on the layup.
He's been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
It's a great formula, and it's really a sign that the offense is clicking.
Here's Snell. He kicks it to McDermott. For 3. Good. McDermott's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Now here's Granger. Fades away. Off the left rim and out.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Snell dishes to Heinrich. Gibson setting a pick for Heinrich. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Now just a 3-point Heat lead.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
And stolen by Mirotic. And Heinrich gets it to go. Heinrich's got 4 this quarter.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Yeah, it's one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
Now here's Anderson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 5 to shoot. Here's Napier. And nothing is falling for him right now. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Now here's McDermott. Defense right on him. Puts it up from 17. Another one falls for Chicago.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Doug McDermott was a high school teammate of Harrison Barnes back in Ames, Iowa. They helped the team win 53 straight games and back-to-back state titles. At the time, Barnes was seen as the surefire NBA prospect, but McDermott became a superstar in his own right, playing for his dad at Creighton.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Josh McRoberts comes in for Udonis Haslam. And it's Norris Cole in for Napier. Now, here's Chalmers. Granger outside. Out to the wing. McRoberts' shot is good. McRoberts has got 5 points so far. And Doug McDermott ended up playing for his father at Creighton. Dad didn't take it easy on him either. And, you know, do you think that Clark prepares him for playing under a demanding coach like Tom Thibodeau?
Without question, Kevin. I mean, you play for a demanding coach in college, and it prepares you for what you're going to face in a coach like Tom Thibodeau, who holds his guys to a high standard of accountability, demands an awful lot out of them, in practice and in games. So I think Doug McDermott will be well prepared for what is going to be required as a member of the Bulls. Well, with Derrick Rose out of commission last season, the Bulls again look to run their offense through Joakim Noah in the high post. He assisted on almost 25% of their made baskets when he was on the floor.
Here's Cole. Chalmers pass to Bosh. He dishes it to Cole. From the top of the key, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And Noah last season becoming the first center to lead his team in assists in over 2 decades. Tallied 14 assists in 1 game. I mean, that was the first time in 35 years a center was able to do that.
Now here's Noah, and that one's good. And now a 4-point Bulls lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Here's Chalmers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Joakim Noah, the highest assist average since Vlade Divac over a decade ago.
And he became only the 5th center in NBA history to average at least 12 points, 11 boards, and 5 assists per game. That's pretty impressive, partner.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Here's Cole. Passes it to Granger. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Granger's got 4 points in the quarter. Chicago leading by 4. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Outside Gasol. Pass to Dunleavy. 3-pointer, Butler. The shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. Granger dishes to Cole. He feeds it to Chalmers. There's a screen, and they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Luol Deng is checked in for Miami. Wade comes in for Mario Chalmers. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 19-6 run. Butler attacking. Got that one up quick. And the Bulls lead by 6. Here's Cole. Bosh, a screen on Rose. Outside Bosh. Wade on the wing. Back to Bosh. Wade against Butler. And the basket by Wade. Wade's got 12.
How many times have we seen him do that? Just batter a defense with his ability to explode to the basket.
Outside Rose. Goes up the baseline. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Smart move with that mismatch he's got.
You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
Wade kicks to Deng. Feeds it to McRoberts. The kick out to Deng. Lets it go from deep. That's good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Noah with a screen for Rose. Pass to Dunleavy. Gasol kicks it to Noah. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Noah's got 7 points for the quarter.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Bosh, a screen on Butler. Bosh with it. He's got 6. Here's Deng. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist in this one.
Bulls were a team last year that just never gave up. That was their identity. They didn't have a ton of talent, but they played with a toughness and a defensive mentality that always seemed to keep them moving forward.
Chicago calls timeout. Well, to follow up on the Bulls, that never-say-die attitude, Clark, kept them in a lot of road games. Ended up winning 21 last year.
And, Kevin, that put them just over 500 on the road as a team, and that's really all you can hope for when you lose your star player early in the season.
So it's Chicago now. Noah with a screen for Rose. The dish to Butler. The baseline Jay. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Butler. The Heat trail by 4. Wade outside. Bosh, a screen on Butler. Wade passes to Bosh. Back to Wade. Dang dishes to Wade. Ball's knocked loose. Shot clock at 2. And Doris Burke has something for you.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
.139 left to play here in the second quarter. Dishes to McRoberts. And it's Dang in the corner. Here is McRoberts. He has 5. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 15. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Now, slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
The Heat trail by 6. Wade kicks to Cole. Wade with it. Butler covering. Bosh is screen on Rose. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
.51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Noah with a screen for Rose. Gasol passes to Rose. And there's the feed to Dunley. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 4 on the shot clock. Butler. And it's sent back by Bosh. Dang against Rose. Dang dishes to Bosh. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dang a screen on Noah. And McRoberts kicks to Wade. Wade right side. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Butler from outside. No good on the buzzer beater. That'll do it for the first half. It's Chicago up 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Here's Chalmers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Nick Roberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. And it's Dang in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Chalmers. Shot clock at 6. And it's Wade penetrating. Pulls up on the elbow, and the shot is good. Wade's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Heat.
Dwayne Wade last season shooting a career high from the field. Not the focal point offensively playing alongside LeBron, but he responded with the most efficient offensive season of his career.
The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got 6.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
Rose against Chalmers. Kicks to Wade. From 11 feet away, uses the glass that time, and it's good. 16 points for him. In Wade last season with the fewest three-point attempts, Clark, of his career.
And I think that was by intention, Kevin. He wanted to be much more efficient, so he decided to stay inside the arc. It hasn't been a strength of his throughout his career. But as he ages and loses some of that athleticism, I think he's going to have to look to reshift the balance of his shot attempts going forward.
Terrible transition defense there.
I think it would have been pointless, Steve. There was no way anybody was beating him to the basket there.
Rose against Wade. Now here's Noah. He's covered closely. Dunleavy for 3. The rebound by McRoberts. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Wade drives in. The game now all time. Wade's got 8 points in the quarter.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Rose kicks to Gasol. Back to Rose. Double team on Rose. And so here is Miami. The Heat have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin, and I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
And Chicago has possession after the miss by Luol Deng. Shot clock at 6. Gasol with it. He's picked up by Deng. Kept alive. Here's Butler. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Butler's got 6.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Now here's Wade. 20 points for him. Outside Deng. Right at the free throw line. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Dang. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know it's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
And Luol Deng, Clark, one of only 5 Bulls in history to play in a 10th year with the team, the 4th leading scorer in their franchise's history.
And Coach Thibodeau called him the glue of the team, the Velcro guy. But despite everything he meant to the organization, his free agency weighed heavily. He refused a significant extension offer, so they felt they had to go in a different direction.
Now here's Rose. 18 points for him. Nice D from Bosch.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Now here's Chalmers. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Wade, good.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. The pass to Butler from outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. Chalmers has got 4 rebounds in this game. Dang passes to McRoberts. Now Chalmers. Bosch hits the pick for Chalmers. He kicks it to Bosch. Chalmers dishes to Wade. Here is McRoberts, defended by Gibson. Well, Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Rose goes in. Butler on the wing. This one for 3, and it's Rose. This time the assist by Butler. And that's now 21 points for Rose. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one could come down to the last few minutes the way it looks.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down that defense.
That free throw good from Wade.
Well, 2 seasons ago, the Heat were rolling. They won a franchise record 66 games. 27 of those came consecutively. Last season, they managed the regular season. They knew they had to pace themselves in an effort to try to win a 3rd straight championship.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Anderson comes in for Chris Bosh. It's Haslam for Josh McRoberts. And last season, I'd say, guys, the Heat more or less just conceded that #1 seed to the Pacers.
Yeah, almost like a marathon runner. You know, they just didn't want to burn out early, so they just kind of found their pace throughout the season. And they weren't worried too much about the home seed. They were concerned more with their own health. And I thought Eric Spoelstra handled all of those dynamics perfectly.
Now here is Haslam, following the miss by Kirk Hinrich. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. And the Heat lead by 3.
Good job there by Luol Deng setting that screen.
Rose kicks to McDermott. Back to Rose. He dishes it to Mirotic. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
He'd have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's Wade. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Clark and Steve, neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the 3rd.
It's all building towards what could be a great finish. This will be fun to watch.
Watch out! Oh, what a throwdown there. Man! I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Napier, he's checked in for Miami. The Bulls leading by 3. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
Tony Snell's checked in for Derrick Rose. The Heat shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Wade passes to Haslam. And it's Wade. That time on the assist by Haslam. 26 points for Dwayne Wade.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it. And I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
Snell dishes to Heinrich. Passes it to Gibson. Shot clock at 5. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
Here's Napier. 8 points for him. Double team on Wade. And so here is Miami. And Haslam kicks to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Napier's got 10 points in the game. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Gibson the screen. Heinrich passes to Gibson and stolen by Napier. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Down low, got a piece of it. Stolen by Anderson. Outside Dang. Wade outside. Back to Dang. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Anderson a screen on Gibson. 6 on the shot clock. Wade against Heinrich. That puts them in the lead. 28 points for Wade. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
It counts, and the foul. It's going to be on Kirk Heinrich.
Can't let him that close to the basket. It's almost a guaranteed finish when he gets into the paint.
The Heat making a switch here. Rangers checked in. The Heat shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
Yeah, very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line. About 76% a year ago.
That's good from Wade.
You know that if you're a team in the East or anywhere in the NBA for that matter, that when you face the Bulls, it's going to be a battle wire to wire. These guys are coming at you for the full 48 minutes. They're extremely tough within the conference, too.
No good from Gibson. Miami leading by 4. Granger with the screen for Dang. Pass to Napier. Dang kicks to Granger. Here's Anderson. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Norris Cole is checked in for Dwayne Wade. The Heat had put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And that one misses.
Chris Anderson, the Birdman, has been a great fit in Miami, and I think they got a steal in this veteran big man. I mean, he's got tremendous bounce. He bangs the glass. He's a rim protector, and he finishes with force and finesse sometimes.
And Heinrich gets it to go.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Granger kicks to Napier. Here's Cole. A three-pointer is right on target. Cole's got 5 points so far.
And Chris Anderson, certainly one of the more colorful characters in the league. Always a fan favorite with the tattoos, the mohawk, the energy. He's just a great fit on this Miami defense that's built around quickness and athleticism.
Chicago calls timeout. And 2 years ago, Anderson missed the first half of the season under investigation. It turned out that he was the victim of a vicious internet hoax.
Yeah, pretty wild and crazy stuff. I mean, he was finally cleared of any wrongdoing and bounced back nicely, signing with the Heat. And he's played a very important role on this championship team.
The Bulls making a switch here. Butler's checked in. And Mirotic kicks to Butler. To the inside. Oh, trying for it. Stolen by Anderson. Pass to Napier. Anderson outside. He feeds it to Cole. The pass to Napier. There's the dish to Granger. Off target from outside. Bulls trail by 6. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He said a big part of their focus should be on offensive rebounding, to get bodies to the glass at that end of the floor and work hard for second chance points. He also told them their offense needs to center around the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And Anderson slams it in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
To the wing on the left. Fires for 3. Mirotic's shot is off. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Inside. Cole, the pass to Napier. From past the arc. Good. Napier's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow 3, but like you said, it had to be with the size mismatch.
And Butler gets it to go. And so here is Miami. Here's Cole. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we've reached the end of the third. Heat lead by 7. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Bulls trail by 7. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in its small forward. Rose dishes to Dunleavy. Feeds it to Butler. 4 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Rose, no good. Miami leading by 7. Here's Dang. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And that's 10 points for Luol Deng.
Beautiful lead pass there. He let his teammate run right underneath it.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Gasol inside. Nick Roberts on him. That's good. 8 points for Pau Gasol.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Bosch, a screen on Rose. And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. And he jams it with authority. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. It's very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Here's Rose. Another one falls for Chicago.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
And Chalmers kicks to Cole. Bosch, the screen. Jumper off the screen. And another basket for Miami.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Rose passes to Butler. And he gets it to go.
Not too many of those shots were dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Rose against Chalmers. Dishes to Cole. Back to Chalmers. And there's the feed to Bosch. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Chalmers has got 4 assists in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Butler. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Now a timeout called by Miami. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
And refocus, Kevin. You got to take care of your body, and I think we ought to drink some Gatorade here, too. I thought I noticed some slip-ups here the last couple minutes from your end on the play-by-play.
Wade, he's checked in for Norris Cole. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
All right, Doris, thanks. Gasol's shot is good.
The defense starting to falter. I think we're seeing some tired legs there, Clark.
Chalmers dishes to Wade. Bosch hits the pick for Wade. And again, it's the Heat missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Gasol, a screen on Chalmers. Butler sets a screen for Rose. Kicks it to Dunley. Gasol's in the post. He's covered by Bosch. A nice shot by Gasol.
And he's doing all he can to keep his team in the game. Hasn't missed a single shot.
And here is Chalmers. He kicks it to Wade. Bosch, a screen on Butler. Deng passes to Wade. Chalmers with a screen for Wade. Wade double team. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
Bulls trail by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing, doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does, and now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
6 on the shot clock, and Gasol gets it to go.
Well, that shot keeps them at 100% from the field this quarter.
Chalmers with it. He dishes it to Wade. Here's the screen to stop the drought. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. 31 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
Yeah, it is a nice number. He's taken it upon himself to really find his teammates and to get this offense going.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Miami.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
And he makes the first.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, and to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
He doesn't get the second one.
A new look lineup for the Miami Heat this season. The big 3 of LeBron, Wade, and Bosch, and no more. Certainly not what the fans hope for, but we'll see what this team can achieve this season with the new group. They'll be energized a bit. Obviously, they'll miss the brilliance of LeBron, but they'll be hungry to prove they can still get it done.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Bosch, a screen on Butler. Dang gets a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. And that's 13 points for Luol Deng.
Yeah, and that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
Rose dishes to Butler. Passes it to Dunleavy. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Heat. Wade's got 6 rebounds here tonight on the wing. Deng beyond the arc. And again, Miami with the triple.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Rose against Chalmers. Noah with a screen for Rose. Pass to Butler. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick, Clark, back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination that he plays with.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You could point to a number of reasons why the Heat were so dominant at home last year, but one that stuck out to me, guys, was just how efficient they were offensively.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Wade with it. Butler covering. Wade kicks to McRoberts. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And the Heat lead by 7.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
The Heat won 32 games here at American Airlines Arena. As you said, Clark, their offense was just so doggone efficient. They seem to score every time they have the ball.
Well, to validate what you're saying there, the Heat shot 51% from the floor last year. That's historic for a team to shoot that high a percentage. It won't be an easy thing to do this year without LeBron, but I still think the system is in place, and they've got some really good players still there.
Here's Butler. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, he was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Deng against Noah. Outside Deng. That's good. And it's a 9-point Heat lead.
Really nice possession there. Their focus has never wavered as this game has unfolded.
And with time running down here in the fourth, they may need to add only a few more points to their lead to put it away.
Rose kicks to Gasol. And that one's good.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
The Heat leading by 7. Chalmers best away. Chalmers with a screen on Butler. Wade with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Wade kicks to McRoberts from deep three-point range. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 8 rebounds in this game. Rose dishes to Butler. Pass to Gasol. The fader. The shot no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's McRoberts. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Rose double teamed. Noah, the pass to Butler. And the wide open shot from Rose. No good on the triple. Here's Miami now. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Deng kicks to Chalmers. Now the pass to Wade. No good. Some solid defense from Butler. Bulls trail by 7. Now here's Rose. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Rose has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, those are key baskets, and we know he can deliver down the stretch.
Now Chalmers. Wade sets the pick for Chalmers. And it's Wade penetrating. 5 to shoot. Gasol with the rebound. Well, Chicago's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Noah with a screen on Chalmers. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Derrick Rose.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Bosh, a screen on Butler. Wade against Butler. Wade, good. Wade's got 34.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Chicago calls timeout. Bulls trail by 5. Rose dishes to Gasol. Shot from 16. And it's Miami with the rebound. Wade's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. 1:58 left in the fourth. The dish to Bosh. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 5 assists in the game. 1:51 left to play here in the fourth. Butler kicks to Gasol. And good on the basket. Book it. Gasol's got 14 points now in the second half.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Bosh sets the pick for Chalmers. And it's Wade in the corner. Double team on Wade. All alone. Mick Roberts misses.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Dang against Butler. Rose sets the screen for Butler. Dunleavy for 3. The rebound by McRoberts. The Heat leading by 5. Here's Dang. Count the bucket. Dang's got 12 points now in the quarter.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Chicago calls timeout. They're losing by 7. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. .102 left in the fourth quarter. Dunleavy kicks to Butler. He feeds it to Rose. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy, and it's Wade with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Dang's got the ball, and there's the basket. Whistle blows, and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him.
Shooting for Miami, Mario Chalmers. Shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Chalmers. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Chalmers. And Chalmers with a clear path to the hoop. And he finishes the break with a layup. And it's a 12-point Miami lead.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Feeds to McRoberts. Back to Chalmers. Dishes it to Wade. Lets it go from 11. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Wade's got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Five seconds left to play in the final quarter. Snell, that's good.
So hard to try to play defense with the height mismatch out there that's on the perimeter, and they gave up the three-pointer.
And so it's Miami winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Dwayne, you had a huge impact out there tonight. Did you feel like you needed to shoulder more of the load than usual?
Well, when you're on the basketball floor, you got to do something. You got to make an impact, and I just try to make an impact either way. So our guys did a great job. That's what it's all about right now.
You did many things tonight, Dwayne. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Dwayne Wade.